Difference between faith and Islam. In the dictionary, Islam is the sincere belief in something and the loyalty to someone. The basis of faith is the heart, and the basis of Islam is all the organs, including the heart. But in the Sharia, Islam without faith and faith without Islam are not acceptable. That is, sincere faith in Allah and His Messenger, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, is not acceptable until this faith is verbally acknowledged and followed by obedience, and obedience through actions. In short, in the lexical sense, faith and Islam belong to separate semantic contents. In terms of semantic differences, the Quran and Hadith mention the difference between faith and Islam. But the Sharia does not approve of Islam without faith and faith without Islam. If there is no faith in the heart along with open loyalty, then in the language of the Quran, it is called nifaq. Nifaq has been declared a greater wrong than kufr. It has been said that the place of the hypocrites is the lowest level of hell. Similarly, if there is no verbal acceptance and obedience along with sincere faith, this is also called kufr in the language of the Quran. It has been said that the disbelievers know the truth of the Messenger, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and his prophethood as clearly as they know their own children. Elsewhere it has been said, they deny our signs or verses, while they have complete faith in them. This behavior of theirs is only wrong and arrogant. The scope of faith in Islam is the same, but there is some difference between the beginning and the end. That is, just as faith begins from the heart and is perfected by outward actions, so Islam also begins from outward actions and is perfected by inward actions. If the faith of the heart does not reach outward actions, it is not acceptable. Similarly, outward obedience and obedience are not acceptable unless they reach inward faith. Imam Ghazali and Imam Subaki also hold this view. In another verse, there are some other qualities of the God-fearing people in which the subject of faith in the unseen and belief in the hereafter is described in more detail. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Masud and Hazrat Abdullah ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with them, said that during the time of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, there were two classes of believers and God-fearing people. One class was those who were polytheists at first and then embraced Islam. The other class was those who were first the people of the book, Jews, Christians, and then embraced Islam. Here the previous verse described the first class, and the other verse describes the second class. Therefore, in this verse, along with believing in the Quran, it is also said that they believed in the previous heavenly books. According to the Hadith, this second class of people, who were followers of some heavenly book before embracing Islam, were entitled to double virtue. First, for their faith in the Quran and their deeds. Secondly, to believe in the previous books. However, the difference is that the matter of belief about them will be that the books that Allah Almighty revealed before the Quran are true and right, and it was obligatory to act upon them at that time. And since after the Quran was revealed in this era, the rules and regulations of other heavenly books and the previous laws have become obsolete, now the actions must be done only according to the commands of the Quran.